What's up, everybody? It's Flying Scorpion, and I haven't been making a lot of YouTube videos lately, and I just haven't felt like there's anything really worth saying. A lot of stuff that's happening in video games and the gaming community is already being covered by lots of other people. The YouTube market is saturated with many, many content creators. Um, However, recently, about 4 days ago, I got a comment on one of my videos from somebody named Vicky. Said, "Love the content, keep it up," and I'm still getting subscribers here and there. So I'll just make a video. I don't think I'm going to be spending as much time on editing my videos or like sound editing and or script writing and stuff like that. Not that I've written very many scripts for my videos. Because it's a lot of time investment and I don't make any money doing that. This is really just a hobby. However, I think that when I look at some YouTubers like Markiplier, for example, or Kriparian or Northern Lion, and any other gaming YouTuber, it's not so much the budget on the video editing that gives the quality to the content. It's the personality. It's the person themselves. And maybe you like my personality. Maybe that's why you watch my videos and subscribe to me. So here you go. Here's some new content. I have been playing a lot of this game called Elite Dangerous. Been having a lot of fun with it. I made a mistake here. I actually mean to go to the system. This game is a really great space simulation. It's similar to what's it called? To Star Citizen or No Man's Sky or EVE Online, except unlike Star Citizen, this game is more of in a finished state, and unlike No Man's Sky, this game is more realistic, and unlike EVE Online, you actually are like inside the cockpit looking out the window and seeing everything. You can move your head around and see stuff going by. You've got a speedometer there that's going crazy because I'm in hyperspace. You can actually see your hands moving as you control your ship. So, for example, if I start trying to speed up, let's see if I can. There we go. If I throttle up, you can see my hand moving on the throttle. It supports virtual reality. I will be getting a virtual reality headset soon. This game has actually pushed me enough and incentivized me to the point where I'm willing to spend the money to get that virtual reality headset. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what this game looks like in VR. I got a fuel scoop to scoop fuel off of this star. If I get too close to that star, I will heat up. You can see my heat gauge up at the top. There's a little bit of autopilot, so the ship will autopilot there. But I'm not going to autopilot. I'm just going to go full throttle and show you some more. So we are in a solar system. Looks like this. There's the star. There's some details. There's different factions in here. There's a controlling faction, and I am supporting this faction here, Black Omega. I'm trying to help Black Omega expand. As you can see, I'm allied with them, and they have very little influence here. And I think that there's another player group here supporting Friends of Super Arab. So this is kind of like player versus player. We're not directly competing with one another, but they're supporting a different faction than I am. You got all your moons and your planets and your rings. You can land on a lot of these. Some of them have actual like starports and stuff right there, so you can go to that starport if you wanted to. Oh, I'm way off base here. Here we are. Let's get a little bit closer to this planet. So, just like in No Man's Sky, you can land on planets. It's not as seamless as it is in No Man's Sky. You can tell they tried to make it seamless, but there's a pretty obvious loading transition going from orbit to landing. One of the other differences is that in No Man's Sky, landing on a planet is incredibly easy. You can be nosediving, full tilt, full throttle towards the planet, and then at the last second press the landing button, and your ship will just go zzz, and just land. You can't do that in this game. If you try doing that, you're going to crash. If you go nosedive, you will crash. So what we have here is a ring around this planet. The rings contain asteroids. I'm going to try to get close enough so we can see it. It's pretty thin. There's not that many there. So let's actually get closer to this thick band of asteroids here. You can mine the materials. There's usually pirates down here in these areas. Sometimes system security will help you out as well. If you're playing an open play, you can find other players. I am playing in a private group. It's basically like having a whole separate instance to myself. It's an exact copy of the same galaxy that all the people in open play have, or in private play. But let's just slow the ship down because we're going like 2 million meters per second. So now we're going somewhere in the kilometers per second. And because when I upload to YouTube, the quality of the video is severely diminished. You can't actually see the granules of asteroids. It looks like sand from where I am, but if I was to get closer, you'd see. I don't know how close I have to get before you can see it with the YouTube quality, but I think you can see there's asteroids there. And well, let's go in. Here, I'll show you. We're gonna actually land in here, and I'll show you the asteroids. Actually, no. Okay, that's good enough. You can see them. Okay, I don't want to go here. I don't want to go into the asteroid field. I actually want to land at a station, and I want to keep this video reasonably short. And I want to show you what it's like to land in a station. So I'm picking up speed. I'm going to go to this Rutherford port, and what I'm trying to do is pick up missions to help that Black Omega faction gain more influence in this system. I also got to be wary not to talk for too long, because if I take too long, the audio and video will get out of sync, and I really don't want to have to get in and edit that. The ship that I'm in is called the Imperial Courier. It's a very fast, small, light ship, not meant for combat. But you can build it. Well, actually, you can build it for combat. It can be built for a combat ship, but I use it just to really quickly travel from place to place. If you're inside the gravity well of the planet, you travel slower, and the further you get away from that gravity well, the faster you go. Let's go to autopilot now so I can show you the map of the galaxy. So I've shown you a little bit of the solar system that I'm in. Every star has its own stuff inside of it. You have black holes, you have nebulas. You can travel to the nebulas, like there's that Coalsack Nebula. You can travel there and see what's inside of it, and it's actually in the skybox. So the closer you get to it, the bigger it appears in the skybox. There's about 500,000 plus players playing this game regularly, and all of these players combined over the course of 7 years. I don't think 7 years ago there was 500,000, but over the past 7 years, all of the players in this game have only explored about 0.5% of the galaxy. And as you can see, there's a lot of stars. I'm getting closer and closer to the center of the galaxy. We're picking up speed. We're getting closer now. I don't know if I'm skipping the center of the galaxy. Oh yeah, there's more. Yeah, let's go all the way out. So here we go. There's the center of the galaxy. As you can see, it's an absolutely massive galaxy, a massive playground. And there's lots left to be explored. There is alien life in this game. You can discover it. There are ancient civilization things as well. I'm going to try to show you a manual landing without crashing, hopefully. Let's slide through the mail slot here, and then we'll just stop the ship. I'll let the autopilot take over from here. This station is huge. If you look down, you see there's highways and roads where cars are driving around. There's buildings and parks and trees on some of these. Depends on the station. This looks like a high-tech station. Soon we're going to be able to walk around. Yeah, see, there's a bus. There's a couple of buses driving by over there. You see that? Yeah. We'll go inside. You can pick up missions. You can do PvP. You have the bubble. I'll show you the bubble here in a second. Power play. So this is a bubble. It's kind of like faction warfare from EVE Online. You can pledge your allegiance to one of these colored powers and help them spread across the galaxy. I think that's it. That's all I'm going to say here. I do recommend this game. It is pretty good. I would say that there are some bugs and glitches. The servers do hiccup from time to time. It's a little frustrating sometimes because you go and play games like Destiny 2 and there's like very little in terms of bugs and glitches and server issues. Same thing with Warframe. However, there's not a lot of games that are like this. These developers seem to be pushing the boundaries and the limits of gaming, and you know, it's just really cool to see that there's games like this that exist today with like full trillions of stars or however many, and there's a lot there. So yeah, that's it. That's all I'm going to say. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you're having a good time with whatever game that you're playing. and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.